Okay, good morning, or bien good evening to all my friend out there. Thank you guys. Today again is Saturday. Saturday is what? Today is what? Today is 14. Saturday is 14. And then we do wanna bring out another video, guys. This video is gonna be, it's all about what's happening in the world, what's going on this day, and you guys, everybody know that the former president, excuse me, I always say former president, President-elect Donald Trump, and he put in a lot of worry all over the world, and everybody is worried. Everybody is worried, guy. And then I'm looking at him that way. Why does everybody is worried? Because the president-elect, Mr. Trump, he had a lot on his plate, guy. He had a lot on his plate. Look at what happened. What now? In the Middle East, and you guys know Russia and Ukraine almost 3 years in couple, almost 3 years in a war, fight in a war, and then it's up to me. He said that he could try to end it before he even before January 20. He try to stop it, but it's something to me. It's not gonna be easy, guys. It's not gonna be easy. Now everybody know what happened in Syria, what's going on in Syria, and what happened in Israel, Iran, Israel entered to Syria and occupy land. It's a lot of problem, guys. It's like the whole world is not safe. We not safe in the world. We not safe, guys. We not safe in the world. So we all need to be leave it to God and leave it to God. And God, we always say God is in control. Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, guys. And when you enter to the video, the first thing you should do, guys, the first thing you should do when you enter to the video, you should do like, second, share, third, subscribe. First thing you should do when you enter to the video, share, like, and subscribe. And at least, guy, max, you must listen to the video at least for 3 minutes, 3 or 2 minutes. Or if you don't listen to the video, leave a comment. I remember that when I first started video. So when we keep saying, guy, come in, let's share, let's get connected, let's connect. Guy, we need to stay connected, guy. We need to support one each other, guy. We need to do it on YouTube. That's only way we will make progress in YouTube. But if we're not doing it, you're gonna be sit doing live stream every day, 4, 3 people will comment to your video, and that's how it's gonna be, and you're not gonna making money in YouTube. Only way, guys, that's a secret. Only way to making money on YouTube. We need to sit together. We need to support one each other to make sure we say, let's say what, we're gonna make money. Guys, if we're not doing this, we're not making money in YouTube. We're gonna sit there and wasting time. We're gonna waste our time. Well, I don't do YouTube as a full-time job. I don't do YouTube like full-time. I do YouTube once in a while, and I try to bring some video, and now I try to bring video a couple times, and more often. But I'm not doing YouTube 24 every day. So some people are doing YouTube every day. For you to do YouTube every day, to get the real support, to make money, you must find a way, find people to support your video, to watch your video, to share, to come out and give it a real support. That's the only way we're making money in YouTube. If we're not doing this, we're not making money. Remember that, I said that again, guys. Thank to every single one of you guys all to support me. Now I did get my silver play button. I got my silver play button. That means I'm over 100,000 subscribers. So I would like to all you guys to be the same. Let's make it progress. But only way we make progress in YouTube is support one each other. Ladies and gentlemen, so that's all we're going to talk about today. Today we're talking about that a lot about the mass deportation, the former president. Is this going to be easy? I'm not sure. And then the mass deportation, he based on illegal immigrant. Is that going to be easy? Yes, it's going to be easy to deport. If you come in the country, you don't respect yourself, you do things you don't supposed to do. If they say they're going to deport you, I don't see what's the problem. If you come in the country, you respect the country, you respect the rule of the country. Why would they say they're going to deport you? They're not going to say they're going to deport you because you came here to work and respect the policy of the country. So that's why you came here for. You don't come in to do things you're not supposed to do in the country. So therefore, I'm gonna go and let you listen. His plan for day one in the office. His plan for the day one in the office. The first one is the border, the mixed border, Mexico, Canada, and U.S. The first one, he said, the day one, he gonna issue or executive order to stop or to close the border. The second one, he say, tax cuts. Tax cut. Sometimes I hear they say the tax cut is for the wealthy, not for the middle class. Tax cut. The third, he say, if the parent is illegal here, the kid is born here, he gonna keep the family together. This is crazy. He gonna keep the family together. How he gonna keep the family together? He gonna deport all of them together. They stay together. I don't know, when the kid turn 18, maybe the kid probably be able to come back, because if the kid is a U.S. citizen, is the kid born here, that means the kid is American. So even you deport them, after a while, this kid be able to go to any embassy in your country and ask them, make the request. Make sure when the parent, whoever they send back, whoever parent they're gonna send back, if your kid born here, if you illegal, they're gonna send you back. Make sure you go with everything your kid had. Go with the birth certificate, go with everything you could have, your bill, medical bill, and everything. So after a while, the kid might be able to reapply and coming back and even bring you back to the country. If you're not, if you could be illegal, you're not doing something wrong, it probably take time for them to get to you. They're not going to go for somebody illegal. Even they say when you enter the country illegally, they say you're a criminal. But if you're not doing nothing wrong, you enter to United States, you have a kid here, you're illegal here, you don't have no paper at all, you're illegal here. So it might take them a long way before they get to you, because you're not doing nothing wrong. You just came here illegally, and your kid is born here. You're not the first one they're gonna put the hand on. You're not the first one. Remember that, guy. If you came here with the visa or whatever, you come here with a visa, business visa, or whatever the visa is, and you stay here, you have kid here. They say you illegal because you don't have a green card yet. You illegal here, so they say they're gonna send you back. But guy, I don't think you're not the first one they're gonna put the hand on. They're gonna put the hand on the criminal, the people who's doing things they're not supposed to do in the country. That's the first one they're gonna try to get first. Then it might take them time before they get to you. Maybe the 4 years not gonna be enough before they get to you. So stop worrying. Stop and worry. If you're not doing nothing wrong here in the United States, stop and worry about it. He's talking about they're going to deport the illegal immigrant. Mass deportation beginning on the illegal immigrant. And for the president to do so, he had to have a lot of state. I mean, not every single state going to allow him to do it. Some state might, some state might not. Remember that, guy. United States is built on an immigrant. This country is built on immigrant. So I don't think when he said mass deportation is going to be everybody. No. And he said it. The mass deportation is going to be on illegal immigrant. Thank you so much, everybody, guys. Don't forget, when you enter the video again, once again, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you don't do it yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So I just want to make sure people, lot of people here, I want you to understand that when he said the mass deportation is, he talking about he start with the illegal immigrant. He gonna start with the illegal immigrant first, then he gonna go after the illegal people, illegal who not doing nothing wrong. If you're illegal in the country, you came here, all you do, you work, and you make a living, you working, but you illegal. It's not your fault that you illegal, because sometimes immigration probably take time before they get to you. You probably file the paper, you probably file the asylum, because immigration probably take time before they get to you. Bang, if he's come up with the law, and then you probably have a bad law, they might be get to you. But guy, if you illegal, you're not doing nothing wrong, it's gonna take time before they get to you, because all you do, you came here and you work to provide for your family. So, but somebody who came here who doing something wrong, that's the first one they're gonna put the hand on. So therefore, guy, you should not be worried about the mass deportation. I don't think he's gonna go deport everybody in the country. No, no, it's a big no, no. It's not going good for the country. It's not going good for the business. It's not. It's not. It's not. So it's stop being worried. So now we worry about the whole country, the whole world pretty much in war. The whole world pretty much in. So we gotta leave it to God. Let's pray. God make my God will on control. God is in control. And the world is a hand of God or Jesus. So therefore, let God on control. Let's keep on praying. Pray for your family. Pray for your kid, and pray for your country you in, and pray for the leader you in. Guys, we need the leader. The country cannot be run without a leader or president or senator or the congressman or whatever its country is. So we need them. So let's for I'm gonna go and let you listen what the former president planned in day one in the office, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so therefore now, guys, let's go and listen what's going on, what's going to happen. All right, let's go.
Magazine's Person of the Year, talking about his day one priorities as challenges overseas threaten to overshadow his agenda at home. Plus, new evidence against the suspect accused of murdering a top healthcare CEO, as a top Democratic senator speaks out, saying the explosion of public outrage should be a warning to the healthcare industry. The controversial comment ahead. And demands for answers. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle want to know where the mysterious drones reportedly spotted flying.
Yeah, so therefore, guys, it's a lot of issue in the world, a lot of issue, a lot of problems. So, and we need to make sure we pray. Guys, it's not easy, it's not naive. So we have to pray and let's say God is in control. So therefore, guys, and it is really yeah, guys. So therefore, guys, we do talking a lot about we do talking a lot about immigration, what's gonna happen on immigration. So therefore, we gonna go and listen to his plan, the day one on his plan, what he gonna do on day one. So we gonna go and bring you some info about what his plan, what he gonna do and the day one in the office. So once again, I'm gonna say that again. Once again, guys, let's keep on praying. Let's hope everything is going well. And then we did say about the illegal immigrant. If you're in the country, you are illegal, and your kid is born here. If it's happened, they get to you. They say they're gonna deport you. They would not deport you only. They will deport you with your kid, because he say he not gonna split the family. He want the family to go back together. So if it's happened to you, if it's that happened to you, might not be. It might happen to you, might not be again. And before you left, if this happened, before you left, make sure you get everything in your hand. Make sure you get all the paperwork for your kid or for your child, whatever child you have, for your child, for your kid. And then what happened is, if they want to come back later on, they can always come back and they can always bring mom and dad back to the country. Remember that I said that again? If you're not doing nothing wrong, you should not be worried about it. So they gonna go after the criminal in the country before they even get to people who's illegal here in the United States. If you guys, let's go listen to it, guys.
Welcome back to Meet the Press.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here. You are the first president since Grover Cleveland to win non-consecutive terms. Republicans now have control of the House and the Senate. What do you plan to accomplish in your first 100 days in office?
Well, we're going to do something with the border, and very strong, very powerful. That'll be our first signal, and that first signal to America that we're not playing games. We have people coming in by the millions, as you know, and a lot of people shouldn't be here. Most of them shouldn't be here, but we have jails being emptied into our country. We have mental institutions from all over the world being emptied into our country. So we'll be doing that. We're going to be extending within that period, or as soon as we can, the Trump tax cuts, because you know they're coming due and they're very substantial for people, and it would be very, I think it will anger a lot of people, frankly, if we don't get an extension of that. That's what led us to one of the greatest economies ever. And those two things are going to be very vital, very important. We're going to be focusing on crime in the cities, and we'll work with Democrat governors. Most of them are, as you know, if you look at the 25 worst places, they're just about all Democrat-controlled cities and states, and we're going to be working with Democrat governors and Democrat mayors, and I look forward to doing it, but we have to do something about crime, and mostly in our cities. And we're going to have a lot of other things. We'll be working on nominations. We're going to still be working on some nominations. I think they're going very well. We have, for the most part, I think they're going extremely well. It looks like Peter's doing well now. I mean, people were a little bit concerned. He's a young guy with a tremendous track record, actually. He went to Princeton and went to Harvard. He was a good student at both, but he loves the military, and I think people are starting to see it. So we'll be working on his nomination along with a lot of others.
We are going to delve into your nominations, but since you bring him up, do you still have confidence in Pete Hegseth?
Yes, I do. I really do. He's a very smart guy. I've known him through Fox, but I've known him for a long time. And he's basically a military guy. I mean, every time I talk to him, all he wants.
Yeah, so guys, I did say that before. I did say his plan day one. So this is those two things he say he gonna does, because he did make it clear. That's why he running as a president, and that's why he won the presidency. If he doesn't do it, a lot of people are gonna get mad. See, guys, you got to understand that. What is politics about? This is politics. So he lets you know reason why he have to do it, because a lot of people who support him, they want it. They want the tax cut, so he have no choice. He have to do it. If he doesn't do it, he say that a lot of them gonna get mad that he does not do it. The tax cut. The first thing he talking about the border. He have to do something, and then if you listen clearly, he said 25 states, 25 at the 50 states. It's all running by Democrat. Why? Why I say that? Because for him to do the mass deportation, he have to work with all the states. So let's say you in California. California does not agree with the mass deportation. So what happened is everybody who's around California, San Francisco, started all these things, San Francisco and Mexico. So what they gonna do? And then most Mexican, that's why they go to California. So what happened is people will start moving. So let's say you illegal here, you got New York, and so you state also. So it's not going to agree with him to do the mass deportation. So it's not going to be that easy. The way people thought, the way people said it, it's not going to be that easy. But remember that this country, if you illegally, you here, and you doing things, they call you a criminal, yes, they will get to you. Well, yes, Democrat will say, yes, we have to deport them because they're doing the wrong thing here. But for Democrat, if you're here, you work, you pay tax, you do what you're supposed to do, you're illegal in the country, I don't think they're gonna get to you anytime soon. He might need another 4 years for him to do so. And remember that I said that before. He had a lot on his plate before he do a lot of things he need to get done. Remember that. Day one used to be mass deportation, right? Day one used to be mass deportation. Now day one is the border and a tax cut. Is that clear enough? Day one used to be deportation, and day one executive order. Day one, this is politics. That's why he running his campaign. In politics. Day one used to be mass deportation, right? And day one. Now day one will be he had to do something good with the border. That's it. Then the tax cut. Is that change? Is that? I mean, I hope everybody understands what's going on in politics. What the candidate or the president-elect or the Senate or the Congress is running for re-election, what they say at the end, after they win, it's going to be diplomacy. Diplomacy. Remember that, guy. Day one used to be what? Day one used to be mass deportation, right? Day one with executive order. Is that will comply with all the states? I'm not sure. I don't know. Day one. Now, day one is what? Is a tax cut and do something with the border. And after that, I have to work with Democrat and Republican. It's not all Republican also going to allow that to happen. Trust me. It's not a lot of them go. A lot of states, at 25 Democrat states, you might find another 5 or 7 states probably go with Democrat. Guy, so I said that again. God is in control. Stop being worried. Let God do the work for you. Keep on praying for the world, for you and your family. Thank you again, guy. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe the video. The worry need to stop. If you're not doing nothing wrong here in United States, if you're not doing nothing wrong here in United States, you are illegal. They might get to you, but it's going to take time before they get to you, because they have a lot on their plate to do. 4 years probably not going to be enough before they get to you. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. Thank you. Let's go back.
What you talk about is the military. He's a military guy. I used to kid him about it. I didn't think we'd be in this position where he may be, hopefully will be Secretary of Defense. But every time I was with him, he was fighting for soldiers, where he said some soldier was unjustly put in prison because they were really doing what they were taught to do, in some cases. So, yeah, I think he's going to do fine.
The fact that there are these allegations against him, misconduct, sexual misconduct, heavy drinking, the fact that he said to some senators reportedly he'll stop drinking if he gets this job, does that worry you?
No, I think that everybody has something that they can stop. Some people can stop eating. I'm lucky I'm not a drinker, but I could stop eating. And we all want to stop doing something. And if he said that, I mean, it's a nice thing to say. It's a good thing to say. But he's very respected. I can tell you, I know a lot of the people at Fox, they think he's fantastic. And the people that work with him.
So he talking about the guy he takes as the minister of defense. I think the guy worked for Fox News. And then I think he had a lot of issue. He had a drinking problem. He got a lot of other issue against him, and he still try to fight to get him the job. I don't know. Let's see and watch and listen. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going there. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about him. And let's listen to the former president. Let's listen to the president-elect Donald Trump.
Really, they love him. So I think you're going to have somebody that's really terrific. And again, all he talked about with me, I said, you're not really a television guy, even though he did very well, as you know. You're really a military guy. He said, I'm all about the military. And I told him, So he's making a lot of money at Fox. They're doing very well. And I said, you know, if for some reason you don't get this thing, you're not going to be able to go back. And all that money you're making, you can kiss it goodbye. He said, this is all about America. You know, he didn't say, well, let me think about it, let me discuss it. That's a very big, risky thing he's doing. When he goes and he says, I'm going to give up, you know, millions of dollars in order to possibly become the Secretary of Defense. A lot of people would say it's a great position. It's probably almost no greater position, but a lot of people would say, I have to think about it. He said, I don't have to think about it.
All right, we're going to delve into your cabinet picks a little bit later, but I want to delve into one of your signature promises on the campaign trail, which was to end inflation, to lower prices. You are now proposing tariffs against the United States' three biggest trading partners. Economists of all stripes say that ultimately consumers pay the price of tariffs.
I don't believe
Can you guarantee American families won't pay more?
You would have left. Lost tens of thousands of jobs, and you don't include that in your equation. No, they make a lot of money. I'll go a step further. Tariffs are going to make our country rich. Tariffs are going to help us pay off $35 trillion in debt. Tariffs are going to make our country safe because China, as an example, doesn't want to play games with us if we're going to do tariffs on them. They don't want to play games, and we have a lot of games being played on us right now.
Well, I think, and that takes me to my next question. Are you actually going to impose these tariffs, or are they a negotiating tactic?
Well, I'll give you an example. With Canada, and in particular Mexico, we have millions of people pouring into our country. You agree with that? I spoke with both. I spoke with Justin Trudeau. In fact, he flew to Mar-a-Lago within about 15 seconds after the call. And it was at Mar-a-Lago, we were having dinner talking about it. I said, you have to close up your borders because they're coming in the northern border too a lot. Not like the southern border, but they're coming in the Canadian border a lot. And drugs are pouring in. Almost as importantly, drugs are pouring in, maybe more importantly, drugs are pouring in at levels never seen before, 10 times what we had. They're just pouring in. We can't have open borders. And I said to the president of Mexico and to Justin Trudeau, if it doesn't stop, I'm going to put tariffs on your country at about 25%. That's a very substantial tariff. And in both cases, but in the case where it was really visible, within 10 minutes after that phone call, we noticed that the people coming across the border, the southern border, having to do with Mexico, they were at a trickle, just a trickle. It was, in fact, I called the border.
So let's go here. So therefore, I mean, when he talking about them illegal immigrant come here to United States, he's not talking about the small country. He's talking about especially Mexico and Canada, and then because you remember that the Mexico border to the United States is between Canada and Mexico. So therefore, he said he gonna charge him tariff mean tax, right? This language diplomacy, the tariff mean tax. He gonna charge them another 25% of tax. So he say in 50 seconds after the phone call, Justin Trudeau already come to his office and his house in Key Largo in West Palm. So guy, it's politics. So sometimes it take time before they get to you. Small people, it take time. It take time. Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour, bien bonsoir, ça les petits couteaux à des vidéos. Nous connaissons et un peu haïtien, yo pas des vidéos non et nous pas avec ça mais nous fait ça nous supposons faire et channel nous, il pas besoin et on grain abonné ou bien deux grains abonnés et nous pensons channel nous, il est très avancé, il est très avancé malgré nous c'est haïtien, 100% haïtien. Et ça est très avancé, nous fait effort et mais nous pas parler anglais mais nous fait effort, nous c'est rabâcher les anglais et pour nous capables faire des vidéos ça Et nous voulons faire un petit coup de pied tout court, surtout dans le domaine haïtien, qui vivent aux États-Unis, ou bien dans tous 50 États, nous connaissons les haïtiens, par tous les mondes les haïtiens. Il n'y a pas de haïtiens dans le monde là. Un monde capable de dire que côté pas haïtien, voyez le ban moi, m'a voyé $100 US ba ou depuis vous côté pas gon crâne haïtien dans le monde là, vous dites ban m'a voyé $100 ba. Et pas gon côté pas haïtien. Haïtien capable de chance. Mais Haïtien sont une nation qui est très intelligent, très intelligent. Quel que ce soit pays haïtien entre ya, la parler langue et la travail. Mais pays nous, il pas de chance. Mesdames et messieurs, nous voulons parler surtout sur le domaine de l'immigration. Et président Eliar, qui est M. Trump, et qui est agenda dans les premiers 100 jours au pouvoir, l'a prêté seulement le 20 janvier 2025. Premier agenda dans les premiers 100 jours, ou bien premier jour, il te parlé de ça, masse déportation. Masse déportation, il y a pile nous-mêmes, haïtiens, il y a pile dans nous, problème peut-être qui est dans le pays, qui pas de documents, mais nous avons pile problème. Dans le premier jour, le 20 janvier, après l'installation du serment du nouveau président américain, M. Donald Trump, il dit comme ça que la fait ça aller une masse déportation. Mais nous t'ai dit ça déjà. Et pour président faire une masse déportation, il faut qu'elle constitue avec toutes les 50 États. Dans 50 États, il y a au moins de 25 dans États, c'est gouverneur démocrate. Écoutez bien, dans 50 États pays, il y a nous comptons déjà dit 51, mais ici, nous connaissons 50 États, nous connaissons. Si on compte capable d'entrer, il peut entrer pour faire 51. L'étude dans le premier jour au pouvoir après présentation du serment et nouveau président. Et c'est pour la première fois que ça fait dans le pays blanc américain quand ton président a fait 4 ans au pouvoir. Après 4 ans, il a allé, il a fait library, il a fait speech, il a touché pour ça et invité parce que son président, depuis qu'il quitté le pouvoir, chèque li pas rouper. Un sénateur, un député, même gens, nous passons dans tout l'autre pays pour ça. Dans le premier jour, il était parlé de masse déportation avec executive order. Dans la caille, dans la langue pas nous, il y aurait ça. Comme vous oublier là, là vous parlez de executive order, il pas en loi. Écoutez bien, executive order, il pas en loi, son privilège que le président a gagné, il pas besoin de passer à travers le Congrès, ou bien à travers le Sénat, ou bien à travers l'Assemblée nationale pour le faire un executive order. Executive order, c'est privilège li. Songez bien un executive order capable de renverser un executive order. L'aime songer dans le panneau, n'a vini avec comment on dit et nous pensons c'est décret présidentiel. Merci, c'est ça. Ok, un décret présidentiel capable de renverser un autre décret présidentiel. Nous voulons aller dans un nouveau monde qui relève et qui entrait aux États-Unis sous humanitaire, sous président américain, actuel président qui est là maintenant, qui est le président Joe Biden, humanitaire, c'est sur ça nous entrer, moun sa yo entrer dans le pays. S'il t'a si un executive order, l'État dit que ça est et un décret présidentiel, s'il t'a si un décret présidentiel, les 10 moun qui t'entrent dans le programme humanitaire, moi camper programme là, ça le fait automatiquement. Les deals, tout le monde ça yo, il faut tout illégal dans le pays. Nous t'entendons que la sécurité, oui, il pas qu'à faire, il pas qu'à faire. Oui, depuis le tassion executive order sous programme Joe Biden qui c'est programme humanitaire, les gens dans le pays automatiquement ta signé le 20 janvier, il faut tout le monde ça yo illégal. Est-ce qu'il a fait? Nous pas connaît. Kounya li dou que dans premier jour au pouvoir, première bagaille là, c'est ouais comment pour fermer border between Mexico, Canada et puis United States là. Il dit un pile monde a entré, là depuis mon entrée, gars, c'est pas haïtien simplement. Ici pays a chargé avec immigrants. Pays c'est immigrants fait pays et pas haïtien simplement qui immigrants dans pays. Canada gon pas monde cap rentrer, Mexique c'est parti pas parler. Oui, Haïti gagné et Venezuela, un paquet de pays dans le monde là. Ukraine, un paquet de côté, ils ont bénéficié des programmes humanitaires. Et mon TPS yo, moun sa yo, n'a répété ça, yo pas illégal dans le pays. Depuis moun gen TPS nan men li pas illégal dans le pays. N'importe qui te fait immigration, ta dou, moun sa yo légal contre se menti le fait. Premièrement, nous tendez que ce qu'a dit, yo c'est avocat pep, vient joindre nous avec $100 consultation. Ça va le faire pour vous. À $100 consultation, parce que le président a fait manifestation, ça va le faire pour vous. Côté débitant. Mais ça bien haïtien. Faut nous poser sans nous, faut nous faire attention, faut que nous très prudents. Côté débitant. Quand yo juste changé, yo c'est avocat peuple là. Même André Michel te dit même c'est avocat peuple là, pas vrai? Yo c'est avocat peuple là, automatiquement yo dit président américain, président élu qui parle le 20 janvier pour dire il va faire ma déportation, yo qu'étant dit yo c'est avocat peuple. Pot $100, pot 150 pour consultation. Si vous avez $100 dans mon, ou $150 dans mon, achetez ton bagage pour manger, pas porter l'argent à aucun monde. Ou d'entrer dans le pays avec programme là, c'est pas ou même ou entrer immigration, bonne autorisation pour entrer. Si vous voulez changer, pas de monde qui ne pas changer pour changer. Premier 100 jours, dans le premier jour, il parlait des borders, faut le faire bagage très un bagage qui très important pour camper moun yo entrer dans le pays. Canada et Mexique aussi il parlait de ça très fort. Il dit nous avons plein de monde qui a entré dans le pays. Mais le relais dit la mettre ça le tarif là qui c'est on taxe la paie cuisse la monter taxe la piro si tu payer 30%, la mettre 25% sur lui automatiquement dit dans 15 secondes premier ministre canadien qui est en relais qui est venu la Kaili chita pour parler aussi Mexique. Haïtien faut nous prudent avant nous quitter mon abdi nous mes saliers poser sans nous continuer à prier. Qu'on y a deuxième bagage il parlait des taxes. S'il pas couper taxe là, c'est pas bail taxe 4 là, en plus moun pour le fâcher parce que c'est comme ça le élu comme président. Mesdames et messieurs, si vous voulez abonner à la chaîne là, abonnez avec lui. Poter un petit commentaire, dis-moi qui sont pensés. Celle ça me faut connaître. Pas décourager. Bon Dieu en contrôle. Président, nous, premièrement, c'était ma supportation dans le premier jour. Qu'on a changé de border, il faut qu'on ait fait là avant pour faire ma supportation. Pour ma déportation en fait, il faut que Ouchita avec toutes les 50 États pour faire ma déportation. Ok? Nous sommes capables de comprendre ça, ça veut dire. Il y a pris temps pour arriver sur nous. Changez bien tout le monde là parce qu'il est dans la bataille. Il craignent avec là aussi parce qu'il y a 3 ans. Une bataille qui est très serrée parce qu'il y a 3 ans. Puis il te dit, il faut qu'il y ait pour le camper baptême là avant que ça arrive fait. So, des fois, mesdames et messieurs, faut nous prudents, continuer à rester dans la prière, pas quitter mon à fait tête nous chaud, à dire c'est le bon, il va déporter, pas de bagarre comme ça. Si vous déportez, il va déporter. Deuxième, premier, troisièmement, le président Elia lui parlait des illégaux immigrants, pas vrai? Monde qui fait crime dans le pays, qui fait son bâtiment fait, lui parlait de monde ça yo d'abord c'est yo y a vu avant, yo arrivé sous même qui est illégal. S'il a déporté un monde qui est illégal ou bien petit dans le pays, il dit ça très clair, il dit pas diviser famille. La bio déporté ni maman ni papa si yo tous les deux illégal dans le pays ou pour la timoun. Si ça t'arrive fait, c'est le conseil m'a baou, si ça t'arrive fait en vont déplacer, aller avec tout document petit tout, si yo t'arrive sous oui, mais le cas prend temps pour arriver sous au nom de Jésus, pas vrai? Il cas prend temps pour arriver sous. Si ça t'a fait depuis dans le pays ou pas fait rien de mal ou illégal ou fait timoun dans le pays, si yo t'arrive si même do, yo t'arrive sous et yo pas arriver sous parce que petit bonjour. Bon Dieu dit chaque côté le métaux, côté le métaux là, libre comme héritage. À l'Éternel la terre et ce qu'il renferme, le monde et ce qu'il appuie. Toute terre avec tout ça que là-dedans, il appartient avec Dieu. Alors si vous arrivez sous ou aller mais je prends Baptiste petit tout, sous ka prend bill l'hôpital quand tu dans fait là, si on à la veille les petits arrivé dans l'âge, il ka aller dans n'importe ambassadeur qui dans pays ambassadeur américain la présenter document li et puis la monsieur le passeport, il va le visa, il va retourner en plus là étant si maman à papa, bon Dieu conserver la vie yo, il ka mener au bac, haïtien suspend worry, suspend fait tête nous chaud, rete travail payer petite action dans pays ya, si yo t'arrive sous ou pas de problème, mais pas quitter mon petit pot l'argent vini, ça va pas le faire pour il pas faire pas vous aller, il va faire un pour, c'est pas prendre l'argent dans il a manger dans les filles pas le dos, l'envie de comme ça, sans penser de faire pour. Mesdames and messieurs, thank you so much everybody for watching the video, guys. Thank you so much, guys, everybody. So we're talking a lot about immigration. We're talking a lot. So we're not going to make the video any longer. Thank you so much, guys. Let's go listen a little bit more about the former president, guys. We're talking a lot about immigration. And we're talking a lot about illegal immigration. Guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the video. If you just discover this channel, again, my channel is Gene St. Martin. Go ahead and subscribe to me, share, like, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about everything going on the world. Remember that politics could change any second. What the candidates say or what when you elect is a different thing. So when you run your campaign about something, you gotta let them know that you're gonna do it. If it's not gonna be easy, but you gotta let them know. Thank you so much, guys. Ciao, ciao. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Let's go back and get a little bit.
See, unlike my opponent, I do call the border a lot. And I said, how's the border looking today? They said, there's nobody here. They couldn't believe it. The military stopped these vast groups of people. You know, we call them caravans. But they had caravans of people, and they largely stopped them. Now, they're going to have to continue that. But if they don't continue, and the other thing I told them is no more drugs. And I told that to China, too. I had to deal with President Xi. Had the election been different, I'm going to be very nice because we don't have to get into an argument over 2020. But had the election been different, the result been different, we would have had China giving their maximum penalty, which is the penalty of death, to people that sent fentanyl into this country. But Biden didn't, unfortunately, finish that discussion up. I had an agreement with President Xi, who I got along with very well. We've had communication as recently as this week. And I had communication with him where they were going to give the death penalty to anybody sending drugs into the United States.
This week you had that conversation.
Not that conversation, but I had other conversations. Okay. But in the past, I've had that conversation.
Let me ask you about another aspect of the economy, sir, the minimum wage. The federal minimum wage has been $7.25 since 2009. There are 20 states that still have the federal minimum wage at $7.25, and I actually have a map. 19 of these states actually voted for you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it right here. I don't know if you remember this, but during the debate in 2020, I asked you if you would raise the minimum wage. You said you would consider it. And so my question for you is, now that you are going back to the White House, for these 19 states that voted for you, are you going to raise the federal
It's a very low
wage?
number. I will agree. It's a very low number. Let me give you the downside, though. Yeah. In California, they raised it up to a very high number. And your restaurants are going out of business all over the place. The population is shrinking. It's had a very negative impact. But there is a level at which you could do it, absolutely. Yeah.
What is that level?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I can say this. You have a lot of businesses that are open and thriving because of the lower minimum wage. If you raise it too much, and you understand this, if California went crazy, they went crazy. And people, the restaurants are closing all over. Many more people are hurt.
So I hear you saying, similarly to sort of what you said in 2020, will you consider, is this something you're going to look at?
I'd want to speak to the governor.
I just want to make sure I'm clear, which is that you're saying, yes, you're going to focus on the people with criminal histories.
I didn't do it.
Amazon hates this, but there's nothing they can do to stop it.
Want to do it, but then when it comes down to it, they don't. I think we can work with the Democrats and work something out.
Let me ask you about another group of people, the estimated 4 million families in America who have mixed immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders are.
You're talking
Tom
about
Homan.
separation.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are two aspects to this. Your borders are, Tom Homan said, they can be deported together.
Correct.
Is that the plan?
Well, that way you keep well, I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together, and you have to send them all back.
Even kids who are here legally?
Well, what you're going to do if they want to stay with the father? Look, we have to have rules and regulations. You can always find something out like, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'll tell you what's going to be horrible. When we take a wonderful young woman who's with a criminal, and they show the woman, and she could stay by the law, but they show the woman being taken out, or they want her out, and your cameras are focused on her as she's crying, as she's being taken out of our country, and then the public turns against us. But we have to do our job, and you have to have a series of standards and a series of laws, and in the end, look, our country is a mess. We have the highest crime rate, and during the debate, a man whose ratings have gone way down, David Muir, said to me, no, crime is, because I had to debate 3 people, not one. Debating 1 was easy. Debating 3 was actually pretty easy too, if you want to know the truth. But David Muir said, the crime rates have gone down. I said, no, they've gone up. And then the following day, they released the crime rates, and they were way up.
Yeah, the FBI statistics are. You're talking about those FBI statistics.
Well, no, but he gave the wrong answer.
Confusing based on what you're looking at.
But a lot of that is migrant crime.
Let me ask you about another aspect of this.
Christian, you know a lot of it's migrant crime.
Well, let me ask you about another aspect of this that I think a lot of people are really curious about. I mean, 3% of the people who are here illegally have criminal histories, but in your first administration, you had the zero tolerance policy, where we did see family separations.
Yeah.
You ended it. The purpose of that, though, to some extent, you talked about this at the time, was deterrent.
You also had it with Obama. You do know that.
He didn't have a zero tolerance policy.
And you also know he built the jails for children.
He didn't have a zero tolerance policy.
But in 2014, he built the jails. You know that.
I want to ask you about the zero tolerance policy. I mean, he didn't have a systemic, we're going to separate families. Families were separated when parents were a threat to the kids.
We don't have to separate a family.
This.
Excuse me, Kristen.
Yeah.
We don't have to separate families. Yeah. We'll send the whole family very humanely back to the country where they came. That way the family's not separated.
So no more family separations. You're not reviving the zero tolerance policy.
Well, it depends on the family. The family may decide to say, I'd rather have dad go, and we'll stay here. And in which case they have that option.
But you're not going to revive your zero tolerance policy, which was put in place as a deterrent. Is there any universe where you would bring that back, sir?
We need deterrence. Look, ready? When somebody comes here illegally, they're going out. It's very simple. When they come here illegally, they're going out. Now, if they come here illegally, but their family is here legally, then the family has a choice. The person that came in illegally can go out, or they can all go out together. And that was made very clear by Tom Homan.
So you're not, at this point in time, planning to revive that zero tolerance policy where kids are
Well, if you call
separated.
that, yeah, I'm doing what I just told you I'm going to do. I don't want to send the family out. I don't want to send anybody out. But I'll tell you, we have to, because otherwise we have no country. If we don't have borders, and if we don't have voting, good voting, fair voting, do you know they're still counting votes in San Diego, California? Listen, they're still counting the votes. This is almost 4 weeks. They're still counting the votes. If we don't have fair elections and honest voting and machines that work quickly, if you had paper ballots, every election will be over by 10 o'clock in the evening.
So let me ask you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let me, before we get
and you get a much more accurate count.
Before we get to all of that, let me ask you about some of your other promises.
But he's looking at it. We have doctors. We're always looking, because Obamacare stinks. It's lousy. There are better answers. If we come up with a better answer, I would present that answer to Democrats and to everybody else, and I do something about it. But until we have that, or until they can approve it, but we're not going to go through the big deal. I am the one that saved Obamacare, I will say, and I did the right thing. I could have done the more political thing and killed it, and all I had to do was starve it to death.
You did try to have your Justice Department effectively kill it, though,
No.
sir.
kill it from a legal standpoint, but from a physical standpoint, I made it work.
In your concepts of a plan, sir, will people with pre-existing conditions still
going after a political opponent? There are those that say that I actually did better in the election because of it. Now, that would be a first. I think you would agree, because normally that's like you go back to the microphones, you say, I'm leaving right now, I will leave office, I'm going back to my family, and I will fight for my name. Well, I had to fight for my name in public because I didn't leave office. But no, I didn't want to pardon, and I didn't want to pardon myself. I had the option to pardon myself.
And you don't want one now? You're not going to pardon yourself now?
What do I need one for? First of all, I've won almost all of the cases.
What if
And
President
the ones
Biden...
that I didn't win are on resuscitation.
What if President Biden offered you a pardon? Would you accept it?
I've never even thought about it. I don't think he'll do it. Look, if he did, he's the one that started this whole thing. He got the Justice Department to go after me. And the state cases are all being run by the Justice Department, which is illegal. They had their people from the Justice Department work for Alvin Bragg in order to get something going. They worked for Letitia James in the state. He had his people go from the federal government and take lesser jobs in the state in order to get done.
And you know he denies he had anything to do with it.
No,
and
you
there's
can't
no...
deny it. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they were there. Wait a minute. Wait. You know, you have a tendency to sort of like slough over things.
Okay, guys, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Thank you so much, guys. And we don't want to do it too long. We don't do it for 1 hour. It's very too long, guys. So thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe the video, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Ciao, ciao, ciao. See you in another video. Thank you. May God bless you, God. May God bless the whole world. May God bless everybody. Thank you, guys. Ciao, ciao. See you next time.